Do it. Now you do it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Team Chat Tuesday. It is Tuesday, April 9th. I am so excited for those of you who are here live with us. Thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate it more than you know. And for those of you who are watching the recording, good job on staying accountable, keeping up with your team calls, and I would love to hear your takeaways and things that stuck out to you or anything that resonated with you as you listen. First off, I want to just start off with a few reminders. Number one is Florida retreat. It's coming. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm like itching for this winter to be over, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to be there. And it's coming fast, but you are more than capable, and we have so many people on the horizon ready to go, ready to kickstart their business. So I want you guys to keep that at the forefront for this month, especially going with April. This is going to tie into second reminder. We have Coach Sneak Peek running this week as well. That group is posted in the team page, so go check that out if you aren't sure where the group is. Get yourself in there and add all the people that you're talking to right now, have been talking to in the past about coaching, because these sneak peeks are game changers when it comes to actually closing coaches and getting coaches to join. So that's a super amazing way. Me and Ray are going to be running that. We started today and going through Thursday, so you can add all of your people in there. We will be sharing all of the good stuff, and I really want you guys to focus on pushing for that group, adding into that group, especially with Florida in mind. It is an amazing opportunity to bump up those SC points, get new coaches added to your team, and get your booties to diamond. I would love to see all of you guys there, and it's going to be a blast. It's such a girls' weekend retreat full of fun, doing all of the pretty picture taking, all the beach stuff. Florida is the sunshine state, so I'm super excited, and I would love to see you guys there. Quick reminder again, sneak peek this week, so add to it. No matter how many people you're talking to a day, get them in the sneak peek. Whatever questions they have, if they want more info, if they want to hear from more people, whatever it is, let them know of that group going on. It's free. There's no obligations. There's no pressure in there. There's no commitments to absolutely anything. It's just free info. So, and then third is it is already April 9th. So if you are not on the board yet, you still have a ton of time, but you need to get going because it is going to fly by. We do have Easter as well this month, so things are going to get crazy. It's starting to get warmer. People are wanting to get more active. I always find around this time, as the winter is starting to fade out, people are looking for ways to be more active. They're looking for ways to feel better. The winter was rough, and it always is. It's hard to adjust and, get yourself in your groove, but we can do it. I would love to see the most amount of names and numbers that we can get on the board for April, and that just means that we are helping a shit ton of people, which is amazing, and it means that we're all pushing for our goals, pushing to be at the retreat, and I'm super excited. So I hope you guys are too. Today I want to talk to you guys about sharing with purpose. And last week's call, Ray talked all about heart-driven marketing, heart-driven sales, and just how to share with your heart. And It was amazing. If you have not watched that, please go back and listen to that. I would suggest before this call. It is kind of going to tie in with each other, and it will help you a lot if you kind of understand sharing from the heart, and then also putting those tangible tips and using it to share value and purpose with our posts. So I'm going to talk all about that. First up, I want to talk about kind of this idea where we know our story, we know who we are, we know our personality, things about us, things that make us us. And if you're still in the process of learning that and figuring that out and getting more comfortable with sharing you and sharing who you are as a coach, that's okay. It is a completely work in progress for every single person. It will change all the time what your story is and what things have helped you. But now that you've kind of mastered exactly what things you have to share to people and what is it about you that can help someone, we need to be able to translate that into sharing with a purpose and inviting to the opportunity and sharing that opportunity in a authentic, heart-driven way. So it doesn't have to feel uncomfortable, salesy. It doesn't have to feel anything negative, but you do want to keep in mind that yes, there are going to be, our more cold invite posts where we are straight up inviting to our challenge groups or coaching or whatever it is, but there are a lot more ways that you can share value and share the opportunity and share with purpose other than just through those cold invite posts. And you can actually share with purpose and share value in every single thing that you post. It will take time, and you will learn as you go about how to get more comfortable with sharing value in the things that you're posting about and sharing, but it will come. Just so you know, if you see me looking down, I have all my notes on my phone here. So we're going to so like I said, every single thing you share, every single thing you post, everything you reshare, repost, you can add some sort of value that is personal to you and your audience in some sort of way. So I'm going to give you a few tips and examples about how to do that. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about how, we always talk about coaching gets to be fun and it gets to be easy and it gets to be something that we love to do and something that's fun for us. And I love posting on my stories. I love taking workout clips. I love sharing my affirmation cards. I love doing all that stuff, but you can't just do it just to do it. There has to be some sort of purpose, some sort of reason behind it for the people that are watching you, because yes, coaching is all fun, and we get to be completely our own person and do things how you want. There's no necessarily right or wrong here, but it is still a business, so you do have to take it seriously and think about how your posts, how your stories, how everything you're sharing is going to provide value or going to provide some sort of positive information or inspiration in some sort of way. And it doesn't have to be huge all the time. And I'm going to give you break it down for you so that you can see just how in things that you are already posting, things that you're already doing, how you can just make a small tweak to add that much more value to what it is that you're posting. So before you make every single post or story or share or I literally read what's up as you said that in my sentence. I want you to ask yourself first, does this help someone in some sort of way? Is this relatable? Does this provide some sort of useful information or advice or tip? Does this sound like me? And that's a big one. You want to make sure that you're staying true to who you are and what you sound like and the things that you say, and people can really catch on to those vibes. So that's when you want to really be careful that you're not copying other people's stuff, or you can totally get inspiration from other people's posting ideas or story ideas, but you just have to make sure that it is your own and that it does sound like you. And that's a really important question that you want to ask yourself when you do go and post something, and make sure that it's not for the sake of feeling like you should post that or other people post that or whatever the case is. Just make sure that it sounds like you. And is this relaying information, or is it providing a purpose? Or are you simply just reiterating information that doesn't necessarily provide value? It might be a very strong opinion or something that you have, which is totally okay, and everyone is entitled to that. But keep in mind that you are running a business on your page, so you need to be mindful of what it is that you're sharing and that there is some sort of purpose behind it. So some examples, a big one that a lot of us do is our workout clips, and these are amazing and completely great for especially your Instagram and posting on your stories, to give people a glimpse of what our at-home workouts are like. The kind of spaces that you can work out in at home, the kind of programs you can do at home, all of this amazing stuff. But just solely posting just the clip doesn't always provide enough value for someone to stop and really take a look, or to stop and connect with you in some sort of way. And there are really simple ways that you can provide value in that workout clip by sorry, I lost my sentence here. So things that you can do are talking about your relationship with exercise. So in your workout clips, you could talk about what it was like when you used to work out at the gym versus working out at home. You could talk about what you used to work out for. Was it for weight loss or body image focused before, and now it's more for your confidence and your mental health? You can talk about why at-home workouts have changed the game for you in terms of taking a commute out of you, or if you have kids at home, or if you have a super busy schedule, maybe you work nights or you are running around like a mad woman. Whatever your story is, talk about it and share with people how this workout, how something so simple like that has impacted you or changed you or anything like that. You can talk about why you work out. What is it about working out that you like? You can talk about if you don't like working out. Some people don't like working out and do it solely because obviously they know it's amazing for their body, and we're adults and we're able to make decisions where we do something because we know it's good, but maybe they don't love working out. And there are a lot of people that can connect with them on that level where they just don't love working out, and they don't completely connect with the people who do love to work out, like me, where I genuinely do enjoy working out, and that's been a part of my background, my lifestyle for a long time. But to someone else that might seem intimidating, or it might seem like I've always been that way, and that's not necessarily the case. I have not always been this consistent with my workouts because of coaching. So I share that, and I talk about how I was never consistent with my fitness journey because I was a personal trainer, because I worked in the gym. I didn't like the gym anymore because that was my workplace, and I didn't like being in there extra time than I needed to. I didn't like being in there for my own personal workouts. I felt like I was supposed to be at work. So when I started at home workouts, that was a game changer for me, and I was able to separate myself from my personal goals from my job. And some other trainers, instructors, whoever might relate to that in some sort of way, yoga teachers, it doesn't matter, but that's just a super easy way for you to add a little bit about you and your story with people, but also sharing with people who might be going through that same thing or have gone through that same thing, how you have overcome that. And that's kind of, it hits all the nails on the head with one, posting the accountability that you did show up for your workout. Two, posting the actual workout clip. People like seeing the ideas, the different kinds of workouts, all of that good stuff. And three, you're sharing a part of your story with a purpose behind it. And it doesn't necessarily have to say, hey, you can join me too, but you are relating to someone in some sort of way, letting them know that, hey, I got through this by doing whatever the case is. So that's a good way you can, add some more value to your workout clips versus just posting a couple moves of your workout and then calling it a day. Which, I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, and if that's all you get to do, then that's okay, and you're not providing value, but here's how to add a lot more in just a really small way. Another example is, just sharing quotes or pictures of, paragraphs or something from a book or some sort of wording of some sort. Those are okay and they're good, and I love to share really amazing quotes and inspiring things, but it's not enough to just post those. You need to kind of take it up a notch and share how you related to that in some sort of way, or how that resonated with you, or what you learned from that. So sharing a quote that you see that is really amazing, you can add just something simple about what you think about that quote or how it makes you feel. Sometimes I read a quote and I'm like, fuck yes, that is amazing, and that is exactly how I feel, and it just describes me perfectly. And you can share that and letting people know that, hey, this is a really cool quote I found, but here's how it relates to me in some sort of way. I do this a lot with things like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Enneagram, the personality test. There's a bunch of Instagram accounts associated with just learning all about those different personality types. And I love sharing the quotes and different things about my personality, not just for the purpose of sharing about me, but also to share and relate to people who are also my personality type and who are the other Jesses on the Instagram world that you're talking to, because you do want to be talking to a specific person, and this is a whole other topic, but remember, and Ray has said this very recently, if you're talking to everyone, you're not talking to anyone at all. So you need to find just little nuggets about you that you can slip into these quotes or things that you find that you want to share, and just add a little piece of you to that, and that provides so much value to people because you are sharing a piece of your story and then giving them some sort of way out, or some sort of way that you overcame whatever it is that you're talking about, or you're just giving them a little piece of your heart, building some sort of trust. Quotes are good for part of a caption. Yes, so quotes are amazing, but you didn't write them, right? So you need to relate it back to you in some sort of way, because anyone can go and post amazing quotes all day long, but that doesn't necessarily give anyone any indication of who you are and what you think about them and the kinds of quotes that you like to read and all of that kind of stuff. So I also do this with letterboard quotes. And there are a million of these out there, and it's a huge trend and whatever, but you cannot just, don't just go and post letterboard quotes for the sake of trend and all of that sort of stuff. Go and find ones that you genuinely think are super funny or relate to you, or, just completely fit with your vibe. And there are a lot of amazing ones. I personally find all of mine on Pinterest. I'll literally go and search like letterboard quotes funny or letterboard quotes inspirational or something. And I will try and find ones that are giving value in some sort of way at the same time. So I'll give you an example. I posted this one not long ago. I don't know if you can see. I'll just show you the picture, but basically it said, reminder that Winnie the Pooh wore a crop top with no pants and ate his fave food and loved himself, so you can too. And it's super cute and it's super funny and it's just lighthearted, but it also fits with kind of the message that I am always sending out, right? And I'm always preaching about not restricting and eating your favorite foods and all of that good stuff. So I kind of put my own little blurb on it, and I said, with only today guaranteed, there's no time to waste counting calories, weighing food and ourselves daily, or thinking our outer beauty pays the bills. And that's just like kind of my own take on that same message, same vibe that letterboard quote was kind of putting out there, which people love to read and love to see, and it's clickbait for people. They love it. But it also is true to my message still, and true to what my Instagram represents and what I represent. But it is in a nice, like, funny, lighthearted way. So it doesn't always have to be super serious. You don't always have to be, giving like all of these educational tips, but you can put some sort of value, some sort of purpose in every message that you're putting out there. So letterboard quotes or just quotes kind of in general with your own spin on them, is an amazing way to share. I will personally talk about, like, I post videos of my dog, Callie. People love it, but I don't just post it just to post my dog. I would love to. I could post my dog all day long, but at the same time, I, make a point that it is about, I waited until I got a dog where I was able to have flexibility in my schedule to be home with her, and that I didn't have to put her in a crate all day, relating it back to coaching just in the tiniest glimpse. And it really has, there's not a huge like invite post behind that, but I'm just tapping into the fact that, I worked really hard to be able to have a dog and to stay at home with my dog. And eventually I want to stay at home with my kids, and putting kind of my future vision also out there, so people get to know kind of where I'm headed, what my message is coming across as. And it's really simple as, like, I want to post a cute video of my dog, but I can also just add a tiny little blurb in there about coaching and how it allowed me to do that. Appointments for flexibility of time. I share a ton about these because that is just a big part of kind of, not necessarily my story, but when I worked full-time, that was a huge stressor for me, was I was never able to go to all these appointments and all of that time. Don't worry, I'm going to make this so quick. So the appointments, and now I talk about it all the time, like how I'm so grateful that I can go to a dentist appointment in the middle of the day. I can go to a chiro appointment. And it sounds silly to us sometimes, but people watching, like, that means a lot to people, and that is very relatable, where people, you know, feel like they have to save all of their errands for one day on the weekend because they have no time to go do those things. So those are really tiny, easy ways that you can just slip little tidbits of your story with some sort of value inspiration in there on top of it. And then food is the same thing with your workouts. You can post your food and your meals and all of that good stuff, but make sure you're adding value to it and share kind of your relationship with food. You know, how has it evolved in your fitness journey? Did you struggle with emotional eating at some point? Have you struggled with eating disorders potentially? Whatever your story is, you don't necessarily have to, you know, plop a huge essay out there, but you can just tap into little tidbits of, you know, how something like eating pizza used to be something that was really hard for you to do because you had a really terrible mindset around allowing yourself to have treats and all of that good stuff. And it's also, again, very relatable, and people love to connect with that sort of thing. So yeah, like I was saying, don't just share the workout clip. Don't just share the quote. Don't just share, you know, the salad picture or whatever. Figure out some sort of way to add a piece of you in there. And if you're ever stuck or you're not sure and you want to, you know, some help on how to add a piece of you in there, just reach out and ask anyone posting the team page. You can, I'm sure everyone on here is more than happy to help you out. So don't be afraid to ask. We have all learned from just doing it and sucking at one point. And when I look back on my pictures and things I shared at the very beginning, it's like mind-blowing. But that's how you learn, and that's the only way you learn. So really quickly, I'm going to wrap up with like 4 strategies for kind of giving value on your posts and stories and all of that good stuff. So more than giving, you know, just these little tidbits of value in your workout clips, food, everything to do with coaching, give value in other things in your life. So like I was saying, you know, about my dog, being able to stay at home with my dog, but more so I'm talking about, you know, I opened up a little bit about coming off birth control on my Instagram, which is honestly has nothing to do with coaching at all in any sort of way, but it is sharing a piece of me and a part of me and a part of my story, and a lot of people can relate to that, and they enjoy, you know, seeing that you are still a real human and you go through things aside from your business. You know, just find things that don't necessarily have to do with coaching that you can share in some sort of way about you and provide some sort of value in some sort of way. Show up with your face, and preferably no filters like the dog ears, and like something where people can actually see your face. Show up with your face at least 5 times a week. You need to be putting your story, you can share your story all you want, but if you don't have a face to that, people can't connect you to that. So you need to put a face to your story, and people seeing you, telling, you know, everything about you, giving your value in your way. That's what people want to see. Number 3, poll your audience. Straight up ask your audience what it is that they want to see from your page or what they like seeing from you. And that's a super easy way to figure out how to share value, by straight up asking the people who are watching you, what is it that you want to see? What is it that you like to see from me? What do you want to see more of? What haven't I talked about? And they will, I mean, it takes time to obviously grow your following, but people are going to respond and they are going to give you direction as to what it is that they want from you. Super easy way, you can post on a workout clip. What do you struggle with more? Workouts, nutrition, and allow people to click one. And that gives you a really good indicator of what people who are following you are struggling with, and you can tap into that and share value in whatever it is that they are telling you it is that they want. I will go on and ask people if they like seeing workout clips, and if they don't, then I don't share as many. I will still share them because that's a part of what we do, but I might not share as many. If people love them and love seeing them, then maybe I might share a few more with more value in there and going over, proper form and all of that stuff. So you can kind of ask your audience what it is that they want from you. Last tip is intentionally engage with the people who are engaging with you. So people that reply to your stories, be genuine with them, and you can say, we appreciate our followers and likes and whatever. You can say it, but if you don't genuinely mean it, it does come across. So don't be the person that never replies to people's comments. Don't be the person that doesn't, show up for other people. And if someone is, cheering you on and supporting you, then maybe go and give them some love on their pictures or comment on their stuff, and just be genuine about it, relate to them. And yeah, that is it. Be authentic, but know your purpose behind that. So that is a wrap. I hope you guys got some